to the no. Y'all, Wayne done said hell to the no, no. Amen. Hell to the no, no, no. No and no. Y'all, once again, it's gonna be a zero. I'm very eager to see how Wayne go handle this situation here. I really am. Y'all, I was, today was my baby's first day of school, so I didn't get a chance to really, do any lives or anything this morning. Y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all what's gonna be my new funny skit. Is Libby and Kenny. Lenny and Kenny is hilarious. Baby, F-A-A-F-O. Let me say that again. Kenny done F-A-A-F-O. Just like these podcast girls from the F-A-A-F-O. But y'all, oh my God. Those videos were funny this morning. But my baby, it was kind of emotional morning. I didn't even get a picture of my baby. Because he vamped out on me after we prayed and stuff. It was an emotional morning because this was the first year in his life that his pawpaw didn't walk him to school on the first day of school, or didn't take him to school on the first day of school. And I don't know what he did in private, but for me, it was very emotional. Because he would have been up. He used to tell John when, get in the bed. And every morning, he would sit in the garage. And when he couldn't walk as much as he used to, he would sit in the garage and make sure he seen John off. He walked to the end of the driveway. Or he would, when he was at his strength, he would walk John to the crosswalk. Even at 6th, 7th grade, he would walk John to the crosswalk and watch him cross the street to go to school. So y'all, that hit different this morning. This morning, that hit different. And I think John, he ducked out so quick, and I was just like, we prayed and stuff, and last night it was just remarkable because my baby, he prayed for I'm talking about from the principal to the janitors. He prayed for everybody, and I heard him in there praying. I was like, look at my baby. I'm going to get into the skits in a minute, y'all, but yeah, this was an emotional morning. That's why I'm late getting on this morning. It was an emotional morning. But I know in spirit, my stepdaddy still walked him to school this morning. But anyway, y'all, I'm sorry. Whew. It's just one of them things I keep sweating to. Just one of them things. I still love you, baby, baby. But that used to be the jam right there. I might have to hit that today at work. But anyway, let's get to the skits. It's going down, y'all. It's going down. Cause Wayne said, hell no to the no, no, no. Hell to the no. But do y'all think that I like cherries, y'all. Cherries is a pretty chocolatey thing. Her and Dave would have made some beautiful chocolatey babies. She is beautiful. I'm glad that they bringing some melanin to the skit. Sade is a pretty chocolatey girl. Baby, I love it. I love it. I love it. One of the prettiest women in the industry to me is I can't pronounce her name, but the one from Wakanda. What's her name? I can't pronounce it. But y'all, that's the most beautiful, chocolatey. I would say I just love chocolate skin. Like, I wish I was, I don't mind being outside in the summertime to get a tan. I love chocolate skin. But anyway, and Carmel, my next favorite. I love me some Carmel too. But anyway, so let's get to this. Let's get to the skit, y'all. Thank y'all for helping me with my morning rant. I talk about my baby. But I think it should fire them all. I hope the next skit is, he say, you can take it or leave it. That's what I want to see in the next skit. No negotiation. But I'm going to tell y'all where the misunderstanding finna happen. The misunderstanding finna come when they have to pay this lawyer and they didn't get what they wanted. Let me repeat that. The misunderstanding finna come, y'all, when they have to, they each individual girl finna have to pay this lawyer, and they didn't get what they wanted, and she gonna have to sue them. But I didn't see. I ain't had no lawyer situations in my life. Shouldn't she have had them to sign some type of contract? Because it seemed like so far everything has been verbal with the lawyer. Shouldn't she have had the podcast girls to sign like some type of paperwork or something? Hey, Terry Ann. She said, you must put a seed in the ground before a harvest. Yeah. You can't want 50% and then start working yet. Yes. Come on, Terry, put the word on it. That's what I never got out of this. So these girls have not proven themselves. They don't know nothing about a podcast. 0%. Yeah. Now, if he wants to be petty, give each one of them 1% and let them start there. I wouldn't go no more than 1% for each one of them, and that's 5% total. But really, he don't owe them that. Nobody gives you ownership. They pay you a salary for each show. Hey, somebody invite me to their podcast. Let's say they invite me to their podcast all the time. I go to their podcast. I'm all in. And then we make your money or whatever out the podcast, out the ratings. And I ask them, okay, so because people like me in the podcast or people like ReRe in the podcast, I want ownership now. And I ain't putting nothing in it. That don't make sense to me. It just don't make sense to me. Man, he's them all to the lobby closer to the exit. Oh, it's a new skit, y'all. All these women are going to do is go to their men in the men of their life and ask to pay the lawyer. Yeah, they're going to have to pay the lawyer. So is it a new skit out, Money Law? The last one I seen is when Wayne told the lawyer, hell to the no, to the no, 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 hell to the no. Is it a new skit? If it's a new skit, I need to watch it right quick so I'll be, okay, not yet. So the last one was Wayne telling the lawyer, hell to the no-no. Okay. Yeah, I don't see where they get I don't know, it's the audacity for me. It's the audacity. Nobody gives ownership, y'all. I'm sorry, please don't go to y'all job today and tell y'all boss that because you're doing a good job at work, you want ownership in the company. Now, you do have companies. Hold on, y'all. My lips was dry. Now, y'all do have companies. Now my face dry. You do have companies that will allow you to buy stock in the company. Now, you do have that. That does happen. But these girls want something for nothing. I just don't. I'm like, who raised you? Yeah, not to budge. What? Yeah, you do a good job at work and you want ownership. You work for Amazon, and your department doing the best. If you're a supervisor, that's what they give bonuses for. Now, if they were smart women, they would say, okay, after 6 months or after X amount of episodes, would you be willing to give us a bonus? That's how you do it. Not ask for ownership. Is they stupid or dumb? Ownership? That's the contents we got to put this in, y'all. You can look good for your company. That don't mean the boss gonna give you ownership. You can be a stellar performer, but that don't mean your boss gonna give you ownership. Come on, man. That's like me having somebody co-host, hey man, Auntie ReRe 77, or we gonna say Nuckin' Book. Let's say I let somebody come on the Nuckin' Book show. and they co-hosting with me. And then when I get paid off YouTube, they tell me they want 1%. You better 1% get out my face hard as I done work for my channel. Amen. Now, like when me, and it's not all the time, y'all. Sometimes, you know, you can just be cool with somebody and they might not require you to share the link or whatever. I'm going to use O'Neal, for example, because he's the person I went live with a lot of times, like on Fridays and stuff. When me and O'Neal go live together, he streamed from his page, I stream from my page. That way, my viewers, if you get on the link from my page, and let's say there's a super chat, the super chat come to me if you come in from my page. If you O'Neal subscriber, or you join the link through O'Neal, O'Neal gets whatever that super chat or whatever it is. So therefore, we both streaming, but we doing it individually from our platforms. Amen. And that's why I say I am glad that God put people in my life that are not gatekeepers and that are not selfish. When me and Auntie Vaughn go live together, Auntie Vaughn, we gonna do different links. And sometimes, like if I'm in the car or something like that, I'm not able to do the link. But I ain't tripping on it. Because I know that if I call Vaughn or I call O'Neal or I even call Dante to come on my live, they just come on my live. We not tripping on that. But when we do the big lives together, I'm going to send out the link. They put it on their page. And then at the top in StreamYard, I can see O'Neal streaming from his channel. Vaughn streaming from her channel. Deontay streaming from his channel. So everybody get a chance to eat in those numbers. Amen. First started learning about StreamYard, I used to have certain people on the show with me, and I would tell them, I say, hey, if you want to re-record this or whatever. It was only one time where I had a lot going on and I didn't do the clips, which the clips, you don't have to do clips. You don't have to do the clips on your StreamYard if you don't want to. That's extra money from me who pays StreamYard to do the clips if I want to do a clip from a StreamYard. That's an extra feature that you pay for. Because after so many clips, you got to go from free. They got free, they got $8.99, they got $17.99, they got $88 a month for StreamYard. So just like even with that, y'all, we paying. We actually pay y'all to go on StreamYard and other platforms to even give y'all videos. Even the YouTube, we have to pay each month for the premium YouTube features. So people who get on here talking out their neck, amen, you ain't paying for nothing, so what? They'll be like me adding somebody, or like when we go live together, the Terrians, the Suzettes, Shaman go to, show. When I go on Sharon, I see that your YouTube channel brought in, or we did a live together, and it brought in 5,000 views or 10,000 views. Amen. And it was just me and you on there, and I say, you know what, I want 50% of whatever you made off this live. That makes no sense. And like I said, I'm convinced people who be on this type of time, y'all don't do business. Amen. I have went on people podcasts for $0. And I know I held my ground. I know I held my point. I know I did okay. I ain't get no money out of that. Come on, y'all. You can be a walk-on. I've been in 2 Tubi movies, just a partial of the Tubi movie. And I got like, what, $50? But you know what? I have the right to say I've been in that particular movie. I've been in that particular show. Even though it was 15 seconds of fame, actually. $50 for 15 seconds, I'll take it. This entertainment business, people don't, even in the entertainment business, Diesel had did a video about a residual check, I think from the Captain America movie or whatever. Y'all, people ain't out here making billions and millions of dollars off this stuff, and they got names. And you got no-name people thinking they privileged. And like I was telling O'Neal last night, I think people are getting mixed up with, we watch Country Wayne skits, Amber Nama stars based on the Country Wayne skits. But we got to look at it like they're within the skit. So in skit land, nobody knows them. They're everyday people in skit land, except Delicia. The one that's like a name or goes with celebrities. And then even with Shayla being Iman's girlfriend, knew that she was at the end of this year. But y'all get together, man. The reality of it all. Y'all ain't never been in entertainment before. And I ain't even been up there with the big dog. And sometimes you just break even. So I don't get y'all. I don't get it. I don't get it. Have you ever heard the term starving artist? These people have to put it in the mud. I'm talking about talented people. Real talented people. Not no names. Not people who ain't never really worked. Auditioned or went out there and did it before. Even with the YouTube, you know how much work Deontay, for the ones I know, you know how much work Deontay, Vaughn, O'Neal especially, and that's why I give him his props. One Journey, have y'all seen One Journey YouTube page? One Journey YouTube page is, man, her graphics and the way she do things is wonderful. Even when I play around, I got distracted, Lord. But anyway, use the time to stage, amen. But anyway, that stuff costs money, time, effort, away from your family. Home messier since I've been doing the skits, and I was at home 4 months. I was at home 4 months and didn't get nothing done. Me coming to y'all the last, week or so in the last month, I've been giving y'all more and more and more and more and more content. Y'all think that don't take away from my family and time and stuff, but I enjoy it. And they say it ain't work when it's something that you love. It's not even considered work. Amen. It's not even considered work when it's something that you love. Wayne has put in numerous years. Y'all go back and look at them videos when Wayne was in the kitchen it looked like a little apartment or a little house with his kids doing skits. Y'all go back and look at the pictures of Check Now. When they started, they got it out the mud. These girls coming in out the backs of rich NBA players and rich people and other people money. They ain't got out there and work for nothing. Shayla Show ain't work for nothing. Shayla should have been the first one to sign with no questions. No questions asked. It's the ungratefulness to me. The only thing they should have been negotiating was maybe make it a 3-year contract, Wayne. We don't want to get 3 years of our life and this thing blow up. I would have been negotiating those type parts of the deal. But ownership, are you ridiculous? That's his name. If either one of them girls become porn stars, child molesters, pedophiles, or whatever, you know who they gonna say? They're not gonna say, this person on the podcast did that. They gonna say Country Wayne. And that could destroy his entire brand. Just by being affiliated. How many people just been affiliated? I don't know the details of what happened, like with Bishop Jakes and P. Diddy. I don't know, allegedly. That man could have just been going to pray for Diddy. But because he even stepped foot in the house of P. Diddy, they slandered his name. And y'all telling me a name don't matter. A name do matter. Good or bad. They can go start their own podcast. The Amber Show, the Delicia Show, the Shayla Show. it ain't gonna hold the same weight. If they fall from grace or something go wrong, guess what? Don't nobody care. Because don't nobody know who you are. But if they mess up under Country Wayne now, he has the full liability. That could ruin his career. That could ruin everything he got going on just by being affiliated with them. They have nothing to lose. A little embarrassment over stuff they did. Sleeping with people up until the day of your wedding. Sleeping with your best friend, your best friend from middle school, celebrity boyfriend. That might destroy your name. But right now, they going in on a good situation. And I'm not saying that you got to sell your soul for a name or for a celebrity deal or whatever. I wouldn't do that. And people do that all the time. People sell their soul over celebrity deals. They sell their soul because they want to be a part of an organization. They lower their standards because they want to be part of a certain organization or up under a certain brand. I'm not saying they need to do that. I'm not. I don't believe they should do that. But at the end of the day, no ma'am. No ma'am. Y'all try again. Y'all try again. Miss ReRe with that. The skit lanners and whoever else love you to death. But if you went out and if Country Wayne brought you on under his brand, he has nothing to lose. I mean, you have nothing to lose. He does. You will come up, not off Skit Lanner name, but you will come up off of Wayne's name. ReRe, if ReRe went up under him, ReRe ain't got nothing to lose. Ain't got nothing to lose. I would come up off Country Wayne name, not off of ReRe name. Even though I might have a little name for myself, the Country Wayne brand is bigger than mine. And that's all I'm trying to say to y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. I love y'all. Y'all heap see free know, watch well and pray. Bye.